Hey guys, welcome to November's homeschool update. I am slowly melting into a puddle because it's rather warm in here, and I planned on filming a lot earlier in the day, and then I've just had like troubleshooting stuff happen with filming equipment and just I'm surrounded by books. I've got a lot of videos to get through today, and I'm starting off with the November homeschool update, so keep watching if you're interested to hear how our homeschool and life went for the month of November. So I would open the windows in here so I wasn't like dying so much, but the neighbors are mowing their lawns because, you know, that always happens. It's like Murphy's Law. It always happens when I'm filming. I don't know if you can hear it. I still have a pretty husky sounding voice and I'm a bit nasally still because I've been sick. So I was meant to film last week and that just didn't happen because I was sick, I had sick kids, and so I took the week off, which I very, very rarely do. But today there was a reprieve in our busy week, one day of time where we could just be at home, and so I was like, I am sitting down and I'm filming today. This week we have ballet rehearsals basically every day because they've got their big end of year show this weekend, and so that is what this week is about, is ballet. That's all it's about. And once it's over, then I can sort of breathe a little bit again. But it's a busy week. So let's get into the update. Oh my goodness, I was trying to think back what happened over this month because it feels like it's been such a long month. And yet it's also gone by fairly quickly, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like it's dragged. And I think a huge part of that is because we were sick for like the whole month. In fact, we have had some kind of sickness in our home for like 2 months. It's kind of crazy. Thankfully, nothing's been like major. We haven't had any like major sicknesses. We haven't had any major sicknesses like a bad flu or anything like that, but it's just been niggly colds and stuff like that, and it's just hung on for so long. So that has made this month feel really long because we just have had to cancel so many activities and meetups with friends and things like that. We have still managed to get through our school for the most part. I think we've only missed like 1 or 2 days here or there, but for the most part, we still managed to get through school. I want to start off with the most significant thing that happened, and it actually happened in October. I said that I was going to update you guys if anything significant happened because I filmed our October update a little early and not thinking that anything was going to happen. And then unfortunately we did have like a very significant family event happen, and that was that my husband's grandfather passed away. That happened like the weekend after I had filmed, and it wasn't unexpected, but it also wasn't necessarily expected, and I don't know how to explain that fully. I guess it's just because he was very elderly. He was very close to 90 years old, but he hadn't been unwell, and so it was just like a fairly quick thing. He did have a hospital stay, and so we were kind of expecting it from that point of view, but it happened very quickly. And so yeah, that happened at the end of October. It was a very bittersweet thing because we were all sad to say goodbye. It was the first loss that my children have experienced where they've been old enough to sort of understand it. And so that was something we had to walk through, and we had some sad and tough moments. And we were sad to say goodbye, but the sweet part of it was that he was so ready to go to heaven. He was just like, he was a very, very faithful man of God, and he was tired, and he had 2 children waiting for him in heaven. He had lost an infant son and a daughter who was in her teens, and so he was ready to see them. He was ready to be whole and perfect again and not in an old earthly body. And so in that sense, we were very happy for him. But, it's always very sad to see someone go. We had some very precious family times together. We were able to go through a lot of our family history on my husband's side, which was special to me because being an immigrant to this country, I don't have any family history here. I do think we have a lot of recorded history on my dad's side of the family, and a substantial amount on my mom's side as well. but nothing locally. And whereas my husband's family's been in this country for several generations. And so that was really fun to be able to go through the old family Bible and be able to trace back, right back to when the first family members came to New Zealand. So that was really lovely to spend time together as a family. And it was just an interesting time of mourning and grief and happiness and laughter and all of that mingled in between. So that happened right at the end of October, and we went into November having had that happen. And then we got sick. So we'd had a little bit of sickness in October, which wasn't too bad. And then in November, it started with my son. And honestly, it's been the most bizarre illness because it really hasn't slowed anyone down substantially. It's just been a cough mostly. And but the thing was that my son ended up getting an ear infection after having had it for like 2 weeks. He'd had this cough and stuff, and then he got an ear infection. And then all of us have slowly picked it up. And it's just like annoying coughing. In fact, last night was the first night I have slept through the night without waking up, like having coughing fits in like 2 weeks. And then before that, I was waking up for other reasons. So I felt like a baby. And I was like, this should be celebrated. I just slept through the night for the first time in like a month. So anyway, it's been a bit rough. I am an introvert and I am a homebody, but I have been feeling the lack of socialization and like not seeing our family and our friends. And yesterday was the first day we went out and met up with our homeschool group again, went to gymnastics, went to ballet, and it just felt so good to get out and see people. And yeah, so I'm hoping that we get to see my family soon because I have a new niece who was born a couple weeks ago and I haven't been able to meet her yet. And so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing them. So she, if you've followed along with my family story, she is the youngest now in my brother's family, and he's the one, he and his wife had triplets a couple of years ago. So they've got 5 girls now. She's the youngest girl, and she looks adorable and so sweet. And so I'm really excited to meet her. So yeah, that kind of happened. So we had the passing of my husband's grandfather, we had the birth of my niece, and then I had a girls' weekend, which was really, really fun. Again, it was a mixed bag. It feels like everything was kind of mixed this month. The girls' weekend was mostly really, really fun. I had saved up some money, and so I went like op shopping and got myself some nice clothes. I got things for the studio in here. In fact, I think you can see some of it in the background. I got some furniture. I got like a bedside table for my daughter. We went to the garden show that was on at the time and saw some stunning gardens. Not a lot, not as many as I'd seen in another garden show I'd gone to last year, but still a couple like real standouts that were so inspiring. And the only thing that was really unfortunate was one of my nieces had a medical emergency. Thankfully, she was okay, and it ended up all being okay, but it was just really horrible, as I'm sure you can imagine. And I'm not going to go into details because it's just like, it's their family. She's absolutely fine now, but it was just scary and horrible, and it's hard. It's hard when you have loved ones who go through really difficult things and who have gone through a lot of hardship. So that made it a very mixed bag. And I had left home, this was like near the beginning of the month, I had left home with a sick kid and I came home to an even sicker kid. And so it's just been like full on from that perspective. And then last week, everyone seemed to sort of be getting better. And then one of my kids just randomly threw up in the middle of the night. And it was like, what on earth? So by that point, I was just like, I'm going to cry. I'm like so over this. It feels like it's never going to end. But I think we're on the tail end of it finally. And part of it was that I was like, I knew my girls' ballet was coming up, and I was so like, oh, I just really want them to be able to do this because they'd worked on it for months and months, and I was going to be devastated if like they couldn't do the ballet show. Thankfully, it seems like everything's going to be okay. We're really close now to the finishing line, and yeah, end of year, like things are happening now. We're winding down. This is once the show's done, their ballet is done for the year. And my son, he does gymnastics, and he's only got a couple more lessons left, and then that's done for the year. So it's all winding up, or winding down. Wrapping up is what I meant to say, winding down. As far as school has gone, I I've been really disciplined about it because we're so close to being done. But at the same time, like last week, I was like, I just want to be done. I want to be done because I'm tired and we've had this sickness and I just want to be done. But I also wanted to finish just a couple of things that we've worked hard on. And we should be done with just about everything within 2 weeks now. So it's gone well. Like the kids have done really well. We're just kind of at the end of the year. And you know that end of year homeschool feeling when you're just tired and everyone's kind of over doing all the things all the time. And so that's kind of what it's been feeling like. But we're really close. I think tomorrow's our last chapter of our read aloud. And then next week, I think we'll finish science. Maybe not history next week, but we're very close to finishing history as well. We've wrapped up, my son finished up his language arts. I think he actually did that like a couple weeks ago now. My daughter finishes her math tomorrow. So like we're really wrapping things up. And I'm excited for next year and the new curriculum we're going to start. I am going to be filming all of my review videos today of our curriculum that we've used this year, and then the next batch of videos I film will be all of the curriculum that we are going to be using in 2024. So that's exciting. I do feel like we've had a really strong year as far as homeschooling is gone, which is just crazy considering the amount of disruption we had with moving house and everything. But yeah, I do think that we've had a really strong year, and I've seen my kids just grow in leaps and bounds in their academics, and not just academics, but like socially and everything as well. So I'll probably speak more to that in December, my December update. But yeah, that is how homeschooling has gone. We haven't started anything new, really. I am going to do a video on what my plans are for holiday schooling. I'm going to talk about Christmas and also just like the general holidays, our break, and what I'm planning for over that time. That'll either be, I don't know if it's going to be before this video or after, but it'll be like one or the other. As far as like, not like way before and way after, but like I'm either going to post this video first or I'm going to post that next one. So it'll be very, very soon if it's not already up. So I'm going to be chatting about that. We have started all the Christmas stuff as far as like decor in our home. Our Christmas tree's up. I don't know if I've shared this before, but like when we do Christmas, we put up our Christmas tree and we always have crepes with cinnamon and sugar in them, and we roll them up. And we always have that when we put up the Christmas tree. We have Christmas music, and it was just a really lovely time. Everyone got really into it, and so it's been fun decorating our new home because it's very different. I've got garland up the stairs, and my husband's put a bunch of Christmas lights up outside. That's like his project that he loves to do, and it's going to take years for him to get it where he wants it to be because it's expensive, and he has like very specific taste. So that's happening. And it's just fun to sort of like lean into that. I love Christmas time. I really, really do. And I'm looking forward to chatting about what our plans are over this Christmas as far as school goes, because it's kind of different this year. So I'll be chatting more about that. But I think that pretty much sums up November. Had the girls' weekend. We had some major life events take place. And December is just busy. We're in the busy season now. But at the same time, I think this is where it's kind of different to those of you in the Northern Hemisphere where you're like, I don't know, halfway through your school year, or however long into your school year. Like this is the end of our school year. And so we're tired and we've got all these activities, but then like it very promptly like stops and we get a break. Whereas you guys have all the activities and then you just only have a short break and you have to carry on going. And so it's kind of nice for us to like wrap it up now, and then we're going to have some real like downtime and chill out time and just enjoy the summer and the warm weather. I've been out in the garden a lot. I've been planting flowers wherever I can. I have so many plants in my garden, so whenever I can I get in there, but it's been hard with being sick and just kids' activities and all of that. That's where my priority has been. So we'll see how we go over the next month or two and see what we can achieve, but for the most part been pretty good. It's just the month of sickness has not been fun, and even like this, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I can hear it in my voice. I'm just ready for it to go away because it is frustrating. So anyway, if there are those of you, I got so many messages from you guys because I put it up on my Instagram, and there were several of you who were like, we're going through the same thing, so I'm sorry. I totally get it. It's hard. On a happier note, I have done a lot in the studio. I have a desk in here, which is going to be the craft table. I've got my computer on at the moment, but I'm actually picking up a computer desk, which is like an antique looking. It's rosewood. I got it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm picking that up this weekend. I'm really excited to put it in here and have that set up. So it's taking shape. I've got one more piece of furniture I need to get, maybe two. I need like something to store craft supplies in, and I need somewhere to put books. So that'll happen. It just, it's the kind of thing, like I just like to curate it and take my time. But it's been really fun putting this place together. It's just beautiful. It's like real sanctuary. I actually did a little bit of a tour of it on my Instagram the other day. I haven't saved those to a highlight. I should save them in case anyone wants to go and see them. But I do plan on filming a YouTube video eventually. I just want to like tie it, like a few more pieces in first, and then I will film that. So anyway, that is November's homeschool and life update. Cannot believe there's only one more month left this year to film this for. But I'm about to get stuck into filming all of our curriculum reviews, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have questions, leave them for me down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
If the world had more of your smile, what if the wind could spread your love